Jambo and welcome to the second episode of this tutorial series. In this episode, we will pass through the summary of what we learned in this course. The course itself is structured into chapters with each covering a specific topic. The first chapter is about the terminal and the command prompt. The terminal is found in a MacBook while a CMD or a command prompt is found in a Windows machine. These two are similar and have similar functions with very small differences in how the commands are written. We'll pass through the commands and the differences will be highlighted. It is in this same chapter where we learn about file management, specifically how to create and delete directories. After that, how to flag files, then copy files, also renaming files and moving files using the terminal or the command prompt. After that, we'll proceed to chapter number 2 where we'll learn about Git, the local repository. First, we'll learn how Git works, the installation from the formal repository online or their website, and then after that we'll learn about repositories. Repositories are just storage areas or storage buckets. We'll learn how to create, access and commit to the same repositories. After that, we'll learn about branches, how to create, merge and delete branches. Branches are just subversions of the main folder or the main repository. Then lastly, we'll learn about ignoring files in the repositories. The next chapter is about GitHub and the remote repo. First, we'll learn how Git and GitHub works together. Then after that, we'll learn how to move from a local repo, which is the Git, and to move to the remote repo, which is GitHub. After that, we'll learn how to create an account on GitHub. It's easy. It's just dependent on your email address and preferably Gmail. And then after creating the GitHub account, we will learn how to push your code from Git to GitHub. Then we'll learn about branches because Git and GitHub have similar functionality and structure. We'll learn how both interact, and then how you can move your local branches to the GitHub branches, and also how to remote track those branches. Sixth, we'll learn about cloning of repositories. That's getting a remote repository to your machine and then work on it and then pushing it back online. After that, we'll learn about deleting branches and commits, just to clean up your repositories on branches and commits that you don't need to use. The fourth chapter is about collaboration. We'll learn about GitHub and how best it assists us in collaborating. We'll learn about private and public repositories. Public repositories are open to everyone, while private are not, and we'll understand how that comes to be. Then we'll learn about changing public repositories to become private. Then after that, we'll learn about forking. Forking is a main aspect of GitHub because it allows us to contribute to our own projects and also other open source projects. We'll also learn about pull requests, that's creating, accepting and merging all the contributors to our project or all our contributions to other projects. We'll learn how it works. And then lastly, we will learn how to contribute to online repositories. Sorry about that pronunciation, but we'll learn how to contribute to online repositories, that's to projects that are open source, and we have an idea of how to help in making it better. The fifth and the last chapter is GitHub pages. We'll learn about how to create a static website on GitHub, and then after that we'll learn how to publish and then publish on GitHub. With this, you'll be able to create a lot in terms of managing how your code is structured and how and where you can access it. Thanks, and see you in the next episode.